Good morning. It's day 53 and we are just getting up and ready to go. Today's the day where the trail gets a little funky. In 1.5 miles, we hit the Whitewater River crossing. Apparently it is the biggest water crossing in SoCal, and the gut hook says that on wet years, which this definitely is, it can get about 10 feet across, and there's no bridge, so we're gonna have to ford it. After that, I believe we're supposed to ford the West Fork Mission Creek. And then in about 7.5 miles, we hit Mission Creek proper. And apparently the trail today is just going to be destroyed and non-existent. And so once we hit Mission Creek itself, we're just going to be following the riverbed. It's all in sand, I believe, which means progress is going to be hard and slow.
We're just literally going to be looking for the hardest, flattest ground and following it instead of trying to cross it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. So today is going to probably be rough, but there is a campsite in like 10.4, 10.7, something like that, that we're going to try for today. That's pretty much the goal. Is about a 10-mile day.
My spoon!
I'm very happy for you. Corey, wasn't sure where his spoon was.
It was under my mattress.
So we're hoping for that today, and if we do that 10.4, 10.7, that should get the worst of the Mission Creek area out of the way today.
Honey, we barely started Mission Creek today. The worst of it's going to be tomorrow.
Okay, then I'm wrong.
It's like 226 to 232 that the trail's not existent.
Okay. The map made it look like that was us moving away from Mission Creek, so that's what I thought, but okay. So I slept super well last night, but I'm very groggy this morning. But yeah, so it should be a very interesting stretch. I hurt my arm yesterday, apparently. Just strained some muscles, I think, in my shoulder. I think I know how I did it, but I've been picking my pack up with my left arm pretty much this entire trip, and so yesterday I
Shook a stick at God with her right.
picked it up with
and
my
struck
right,
down her shoulder.
and my shoulder is just tweaked and painful today. So that's fun. Yeah, I think that's about it. We camped here with a bunch of other people last night. Everybody was super nice and friendly, and we just chit-chatted with a couple of people. Soaked our feet in
Whitewater Preserve.
in the river, which was awesome. It was really awesome. And then we had the last of our burritos for dinner last night, which was awesome too. So, because we packed out tortillas and we found these just reheat bean and meat mixes, and so we had some shredded cheese and that, and it was just awesome. Heavy, but awesome, and we ate it all. So you can tell I'm groggy. I'm just kind of rambling and just kind of today. Yeah, it's not super early. I think it's crawling on towards 7 right now. Corey was kind of up before I was this morning. But I think we're just gonna pack up and get moving. So I'll check in as we go. So I just wanted to, I don't know, kind of make a comment. We met a guy here in camp last night, and his trail name is Beats, and he was just such a cool character, just such a cool person to talk to. We talked to him a bit last night. He came down to the river around the time we did too. He was doing some laundry, and we were soaking our feet, and he camped in the same, there's a bunch of campsites all around here, but he camped in the same campsite as us. And so we just chit-chatted, and Corey took some photos of him this morning and was just talking with him, and he was just an awesome person. Just seemed really happy to be out here, really happy to interact with people, and just was really fun to talk to. And he's, I think, the first person to ask us when we started, and when we told him, instead of the "oh," he went, "That's awesome." He was like, "That's fantastic," and we were told him, "Yeah, we're going super slow." He's like, "That's great." He's like, "Why not? Like, enjoy it." He thru hiked the AT. I don't know if it was last year or when, but he thru hiked the AT, and apparently I believe he said he injured himself because he was going too fast in the beginning, and he just overall thought that, you know, just doing our thing was a fantastic idea, and he's really the first person to, like, have that opinion out here. So, and I'm not saying that people have been really negative, but most people give us that look of, "Oh, yikes." But he was a lot of fun to talk to, and pretty much everyone in camp last night was really friendly and really nice. Just like, there was a dude who walked into camp last night. He was just like, "Is this the way to the water?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Cool." And he's like, "Don't mean to walk through your camp." And I'm like, "No, it's fine." And now I'm trying to remember what it was. Silly Moose was his trail name. He's like, "I'm Silly Moose." I was like, "What?" And so he was like, "Silly Moose." And I'm like, "Good to meet you." And just like, we met a bunch of people here last night that was just, they were all really great characters and just really cool people. Not Silly Moose, one of the dudes in his family, and I can't remember his name. I'm horrible about that. But he was like, "Yo, we're doing a family dinner down there and swimming and stuff, and you guys are totally welcome." And we were like, "Thank you," like, super nice. Unfortunately, by the time that we were done soaking our feet, they were like in the middle of doing their family dinner, and we still had to set up bed and camp and stuff like that, so we didn't manage to hang out with them too much, but it gave us the opportunity to talk to Beats, so but no, it was a fun night of, you know, brief trail interactions. The people out here are really fantastic. Just awesome people, fun conversations. Everybody's been super nice, and just really fun. It's just a great community. The trail community is amazing. But we are pretty much almost packed up. It is all gray and cloudy outside. It wasn't supposed to start raining and storming until tomorrow, I believe. But it looks like it might have rolled in early, which means river crossings plus potentially a storm. So this should be a very interesting day. It definitely means that tomorrow should be a very interesting day. We are supposed to start climbing hills, and I believe like Sunday, Monday, So not today, not tomorrow, but the day after, there's supposed to be like a thunder and lightning storm, so it's gonna be an adventure. Corey and I, in preparation for the rain, have like taken both of our river bags, one of which we both use for our food bags. We've taken our OPSAC food bags out of the river bag, and now we're using one river bag for all of our sleep gear and another river bag for all of our clothes, to help potentially minimize getting all of our stuff wet, especially our bed stuff. Yeah, so I really am not looking forward to it storming, I'm not gonna lie. The river crossings are gonna be enough for me when it comes to getting wet. But I think we're just gonna finish packing up here. We're almost done. It's really just our tent at this point. But we're gonna finish packing up. I'm gonna shove some food in my face and we're gonna get going. One thing I'm kind of apprehensive about is if it's supposed to rain like mad. We're in a river basin and the trail's all washed out because of ample water flow. I don't know, I have anxiety, and so my brain likes to throw out worst case, and I'm sitting here going, if it rains like mad and the rivers swell up a little bit, that could be not so fun camping. Now I'm kind of wishing we had got out of camp just a little bit earlier so we could potentially push miles, but I don't even know if there's a way we could have pushed miles today. There are people regularly doing 20s saying that it took them all day to do 15. So I'm kind of, our hope is like 10.5 today. We'll see. Anyway, worries aside, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But I'm gonna get moving because we're still in camp and it's like 7:30 now. It's a bone. So we started out the morning going gradually uphill, but normally that would be awesome and not much work, but it's all been in sand and over some gravel, and it's humid out because that storm is rolling in. Started sprinkling on us a little bit, but not much. But yeah, so we finally, we've done about 1.5 to our first water crossing, the White Water River. And apparently, this is the biggest water crossing in SoCal. It's definitely flowing, but it doesn't look very deep, and there's like log crossing, so shouldn't be that bad. But time to put on my river shoes and get across it. First water crossing done. Got up just a little bit below my knees. That was cold.
This will be water-free for 6 miles.
Alright, so this morning we have been leapfrogging with Lucky Charm and Chloe. Just an awesome couple from New Zealand. They kind of rolled in camp just as we were packing up for the morning, and they stopped and had breakfast, and we've just kind of been talking with them and hiking with them, and so I think they're going further than us today by a bit, but we've been keeping up with them a little bit, so it's been pretty nice. I thought that river crossing was going to like freeze me to death, but it really didn't. It felt good because it is decently humid today, so. But onwards we go. So we cross the river and there's no trail to be seen, so we cross it and there's some footsteps, so we keep going. Except we just found the trail. So we were not on the trail at all.
Didn't even know we were off it.
We didn't even know, yeah. But from what we've been hearing, that is very, 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 very common in this stretch. Because, yeah, lots of water damage, lots of washout. And frankly, we're walking through essentially a giant riverbed. So it's kind of a choose your own adventure kind of day. Trying to stick to the trail as much as possible, but yeah, we know that up ahead the trail doesn't exist at all. So we're just gonna keep making progress. Yep. So I'm filtering water and I noticed this. That's inside my bottle. And there's like a bug thing there. But I have a living worm thing in my water bottle. Definitely happy I'm filtering everything. Icky, icky, icky.
That was good river water.
Yeah, that was fast flowing river water too.
Yeah. And I got it like up. I don't know, like it was deep.
Fun times.
Yep.
The joys of thru hiking. Whew. Bit of a climb. This has been a cool hike today. So it's raining.
Just a rumor.
Instead of it's not crazy bad right now. So instead of stopping and putting on our rain gear and everything, we both just popped out our sun umbrellas, and those work just as well in the rain, which we found out in Idlewild. So we're just popped those up, and mine covers me and a little bit of my pack as well, so should help a little bit. Ooh, that's cool. Just I don't know if that's working at all. Flower. But so we figured, in the mindset of trying to keep moving, because we just had second breakfast, because we didn't eat a whole lot getting out of camp, and with the humidity, we're both just sweating horribly, and that hike up the last like 2.5 miles were actually kind of rougher than we expected. But part of it, I think, is because it's muggy and we didn't eat too much, so yeah, so we stopped to have a quick break, and then it started raining, so we're like, okay, let's keep going. So we don't want to stop again to pop on all of our rain gear and stuff. So umbrellas it is, and it works pretty well. But I'm hoping it's just gonna be like this all day. Just a little bit of sprinkling, stop. A little bit of sprinkling, stop. Because that is awesome. That'll work just fine. I'm less interested in massive downpours, which are in our future, I know. But for now, this stretch has just been gorgeous. Okay, time to keep hiking.
I am making a cinnamon raisin tuna with relish sandwich. We're really getting creative.
That little white bit is the Whitewater Preserve, which we came from today, and you can actually see the entirety of the trail that we've done today. Looks like so much less when you see it from above. This has been a really cool hike today, even with the crazy rain.
Seeing all the mineral stones and whatnot really makes me think of frog.
Yeah.
Think of a pretty one, I'm just like, I wonder if he was stuck staring at this.
Yeah, looks like we just got a ridge walk for a while.
I bet you behind the clouds that's Gorgonio. Right up there.
Could be.
And that's either going to be probably Baldy. We may just try to get to Canada without the Sierras this year. and finish it next year. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, too early to call. One person behind us, but they're by themselves.
Actually, I might have them right here. I think they're right here.
All right, so we just got here to Mission Creek, and today's been great. It's been
Especially when you
quite a bit
right here,
uphill, quite a bit
beautiful
downhill.
company and not to be an asshole,
But you know, it's been
You're knocking over
cool and rainy and sunny,
like, you have leaders and you're literally walking across the
but
next, like, 8 miles.
about,
Means
I don't know, 20, 25 minutes ago, I realized that we've been taking breaks and feeling just fine. But about 30 minutes ago, I realized that I had kind of a headache. And then about 20, 25 minutes ago, I realized as we were walking, I could feel my cheeks and my like chin jiggling as we walked. And I'm like, that's really weird. And I started like paying attention to how my mouth felt when we talked. And it felt constrained. And so I told Corey, I'm like, I feel like my face is swelling.
I think I only did
And
once
Corey
as
looked at me
well.
and he's like, it is. So I'm all swollen all through here
Oh, 2 miles.
and a little bit here.
4 liters anyway.
And I can feel it,
I got some updated water report from
right
a
in
friend that
here.
lives behind us. I jumped out
which
like 3
is
liters after
weird.
that. I was so happy.
I've been eating
That was,
everything I've normally been eating.
what was that?
Been drinking water, but our current theory
I think that was June
is
before, Paradise Valley.
that I'm overheated and having too much sun. I took some Tylenol to like help with the headache. I'm gonna be drinking some water, and we're at Mission Creek, and I think I'm actually gonna go swimming, get myself cooled down quite a bit. 'Cause yeah, I'm feeling a little toasty, so we'll see. Not sure what it could be otherwise, but we're just gonna keep an eye on it, and
It looks a little bit better.
yeah, and just see what it is. It might have been just too much sun, but oh no. But I'm very tired too, so hopefully it won't be anything more serious than just a little too much sun, and it'll be all good. And with that, I'm gonna drink some water and go swim. And who's home for the evening? Just a nice little flat spot under a tree, right next to Mission Creek. Looks like we won't be the only people staying the night. So, looks like we are hanging out at Mission Creek for the night. The plan, the compromise for us stopping early was we will stop tonight, eat, go to bed early, and then bright and early tomorrow, very early tomorrow, we're gonna get up and try and actually bust out like a 10 to 15 mile day. We're stopping because the swelling has gone down a little and I am feeling a little less overheated. My buff is all wet right now. I soaked my feet for a while. My ice cooling gloves are all wet. I'm probably gonna soak a little bit more before bed. But I'm feeling wrecked. I'm exhausted. And it feel like, I don't know why I'm so exhausted after such a short period of time. Like short hike. We're at 7 miles for the day, I think. But I'm just trashed. Like, I'm guessing it's too much sun. Yeah, you can see. I'm guessing it is way too much sun. Probably a bit too much salt in my diet. And just sunburn and exertion. I don't know. I'm just gonna be drinking probably a stupid amount of water while we're here. Just constantly drinking until I go to sleep, and then I'll probably drink some before we actually leave tomorrow morning. And then we're following the creek all day tomorrow, so I'll probably just be drinking as much as I possibly can tomorrow too. Hopefully whatever this is will chill out. It was funny because like as I was getting up to come look at this campsite with Corey, my knee, the knee I've been having problems with, popped. So I told Corey that and he's like, yeah, we're calling it a night. So I'm gonna take a Benadryl tonight to see if I can just kind of help whatever this is, and drink a lot of water, have some electrolytes, and just keep cool. And then hopefully by tomorrow morning this will have passed and it'll just be a weird little anomaly that won't actually cause any problems. Yeah, I'm gonna set up the tents, eat some food, and go straight to sleep. Yeah, it's been a great day. I have no idea what's going on with me right now, but every day is, you know, a new challenge, a new thing. I'm not crazy worried about the health issue. I think like the craziness going on, it's probably just some weird combination of everything I've already listed. So yeah, great. You know, a little update. Just a few miles back, I can't remember, we were taking a lunch break, I think, and we ran into a couple of women who we met at Paradise Valley the first time around. And so it was a lot of fun to catch back up with them, and they took a little bit of time off trail as well. And today we've been kind of hiking at the same pace, so they're kind of trying to decide if they're going to stay here or hike the 3 miles to the next tent site. Secretly, I'm kind of hoping they stay here so that we can hike together tomorrow, because they seem to be roughly hiking about our pace, and it would be a lot of fun to hike with some people for a little bit. But yeah, so that's about it. I think this is probably going to be my last update for the day, because like I said, I'm feeling pretty trashed, and I think I'm just gonna go to bed, really. So yeah, I will check in with you all tomorrow. Have a good night.